Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Myself, Dr. Mrinmoy Pramanik. I teach Comparative Indian Language and Literature at the University of Calcutta. Today we will discuss comparative literature, drama in India, and our module is on Natyashastra and Rasa. This paper coordinator is Professor Tutun Mukherjee, University of Hyderabad, and this content has been written by Vandaram Vani from SN Vanita Mahavidyalaya, Hyderabad. It is very common that the various situations of life and emotions are expressed through the music, dance, drama and action. In Vedic literature, one can find that during Vedic rituals and sacrifices, song, dance, dialogue are mainly used. There are references of song, dance, dialogue and action in Vedas as they are mostly played during the rituals, celebrations and festivals, etc. Thus, the art of music and dance, which was well developed during the Vedic age, itself has been systematized by Bharata in his Natyashastra. He condensed and codified necessary laws to govern music, dance and drama. Not only these three, but all that are essential to the authors and actors, like the knowledge of grammar, prosody, rhetoric, rasa, dhvani, are also clearly mentioned in this work. His Natyashastra, with its 36 chapters, includes the writing of drama and its production in any encyclopedic work on dramatic art. It is considered the fifth Veda, the Natya Veda, since the word or speech is extracted from Rig Veda, music, song is from Samveda, the art of acting, histrionic expressions from Yajur Veda, and the elements of rasa from Atharva Veda. There were several authors like Parasara, Shilali, Krishashva, Kohala, Dantila, Tumbura, Naradanandi, Shandila wrote on the principles of dance much earlier to Bharata, but unfortunately the original works are not available now. Bharata adopted, altered, added dramatic rules and regulations and made a full-fledged work with minute details of dramatic art. It is believed that this work is composed between 200 BC and 280. The technical terms used in Natyashastra are found in the Ramayana, the Mahabharata. Natyashastra is fully accredited to Bharata Muni by Kalidasa or Bikram Urboshio and Kumarasambhava. Hence, he can be placed before Kalidasa. Considering references in Panini's Ashtadhyayi, Hastigumpa inscription of Kharivela scholars are of the opinion that Bharata flourished before Christian era, most probably during 2nd century BC. The commentary on the Natyashastra is available to us now is of Abhinavagupta's Natya Veda Vibriti, known as Abhinavabharati. There are some more commentaries earlier to Abhinavagupta are Bhattatola's Udbhava, Shankuka, Bhattanayaka, Kiritidhara, as mentioned in Shangit Ratnakar. But most of them are not available. There are a number of works that derived their material from Natyashastra, like Dhananjaya's Dasharupaka and Shankaranandi's Nataka Lakshana Ratnakosha and Ramachandra and Gunachandra's Nattadarpana, Sharada Tanaya's Bhava Prakasha were written on dramaturgy following Bharata. These works contain dramaturgy with rasa, bhava, abhinaya, naika, nayakas and construction and presentation of drama with its varieties. Bharata's Natyashastra is the foremost among the works on rhetoric, which embodies the rules governing the composition of the play. An aspiring actor can get all the detailed instruction regarding all types of dramatic applications, the rules, styles of language, plots, etc. Too far as it is applied to that of drama, he takes gunas, doshas, alankaras to be subservient to the purpose of awakening rasa. As Sanskrit drama relies mainly on awakening right sentiments, the purpose of dance or drama would be complete when the evoking sentiments are brought appropriate to them by grace, skill of language, and gestures. As said earlier, the 6,000 slokas are divided into 36 chapters, and Abhinavagupta divided 36th chapter into two. So according to him, the number of chapters are 37. The detailed account of contents of Natyashastra is published in Gaikward's Oriental series, Bharata. According to Natyashastra, all the gods requested Lord Brahma to produce something to play, which could be seen, heard, enjoyable, instructive, a fifth Veda for the benefit of all the people. Brahma in his meditation extracted the essence from all four Vedas, created this Natya Veda, with full of stories from epics and legends that led people towards the righteous path. He then asked Bharata to make this art known to mankind. The Natya represents the life of gods, demons, kings, households, and great sages alike. The chapter 1 of Natyashastra, named as Natyotpatti, the origin of drama, contains 127 slokas. The question of raised by Atreya and others about the circumstances leading to the creation of Natya, creation of Natya Veda, purpose of delicate mode of expression. But purpose of delicate mode of expression. The first play produced during the festival of Indradwaja, disturbances of the play, pacification, benefits of drama were dealt. The 5 questions of sages are: 1. How was the Natya Veda created? 2nd, for whom it was meant? 3rd, what are the parts of it? 4th, what is the extent? And 5, how is to be applied? But the answers of these questions do not go in a sequence, but has spread all over the text Natyashastra. While explaining the nature and purpose of Natya, Brahma says that nothing is there that is not found in Natya, either knowledge learning, action device, or craft. It includes all the sciences and craft and is an imitation of all the situation of 3 worlds. The theme of the play may be taken from narratives of history, Vedas and Shastras and presented in an enjoyable way. Thus, Natya represents the pains and pleasures of the world presented in an enjoyable way. Thus, Natya presents the pains and pleasures of the world through the medium of 4 types of Avinaya, like Angika or physical movements and gestures, and Sattvika or emotional reaction, Bachika or voice and speech, Acharya or makeup and costume. Chapter 2 deals with Natya Mandapa, the theatre, and we can find it in slok number 105, standards of theatre construction, of varieties of Natya Mandapa, namely V. Krishta and Chaturasara, Tyasara, the triangle along with painting of the walls, ceiling arrangements, entrances for king and others, the rear and front stage were described. Chapter 3 deals with Rangadevata Puja, worship of the gods in 102 slokas. Chapter 4 describes the Tandava dance in 320 slokas. The 2 plays Amrita Manthana and Tripura Daha were presented in the presence of Lord Shiva. Chapter 5 contains Purbo Ranga Vidhana, the details of rituals to be presented before the actual presentation of dance in 174 slokas. Purvaranga, Nandi, Dhruva, Prastavana, etc. The preliminaries are explained. Chapter 6, Bharata gives a reply to the question of sages on how sentiments enacted by the actor attain special qualities. What are vavas and how do they make us feel? What are the main terms like sangraha, Karika, and Nirukta. The Sangraha, which consists 11 aspects of drama, were established. Chapter 7 deals extensively with bhavas, the emotions in 121 slokas with many prose passages. Chapter 8 holds a detailed description of fourfold Avinaya, namely Angika, Satvika, Vachika, and Acharya. In Chapter 9, Angavinaya expression through gestures and limbs are dealt in 283 slokas, Pataka, Tripataka, etc. 24 single hand gestures and Anjali, Swastika, and etc. and 13 coupled hand gestures and 27 hand gestures of Tandava dance and karanas of a hand gesture, action with chest, sides, belly, waist, thighs, shanks and feet were explained. Chapter 10 was totally dedicated to varieties of footwork. In chapter 11, the mandala movements, both earthly and aerial, were described in 70 slokas. In chapter 12, the different gaits of men, women, the stout, the intoxicated, the jester, etc. was found in 236 slokas. Chapter 13 describes Kakasha Vivaga, stage division as regards to musical instruments. Chapter 15 treats with Vakarana, the grammar, and Chanda, the prosody. Chapter 15 describes Brittas, the slokas, meters of balanced slokas with examples, and meter with unbalanced slokas with examples. Chapter 16 is dealt with 36 Kabbal Lakshana. Chapter 17 deals with Kakushwara, the modulation in voice, Bhasha, the language, or Shambuddhi, the addressing, name, the name, musical notes, origin of musical notes, etc. Chapter 18 gives full description of Dasarupakas, Nataka, Prahashana, etc. Chapter 19 discusses the Sandhi Nirupana, construction of plot in 154 slokas, the division and nature of plot. Chapter 20 is of Vritti Vikalpanam, modes of expression Bharati, Sadvahi, Kaishiki and Aravati Vrittis are described in 77 slokas for the promotions of rasa in the drama. Chapter 21 and 22 gives a detailed description of Acharya Vinaya, makeup and costume, Samanya Vinaya or general histrionic expression in 227 and 332 slokas respectively. Chapter 23 deals with Bahopachara, the quotations and the Vaishika in 80 slokas. Chapter 24 is dealt with the Prakriti, the character in men and women in 89 slokas, the 3 types of characters in men and women, 4 types of heroes, 4 types of heroines with their assistants and detail share of. Chapter 25 deals with Chitra Vinaya, the particular expression for indicating morning, sunset, etc. Chapter 26 deals with Vikriti Vikalpa, that is creating molds of animals and birds. Chapter 27 deals with Natyashastra, success of production of a play in 104 verses. Chapter 28 deals with Jati Vikalpanam, the properties of music, both instrumental and vocal, in 142 slokas. Chapter 29 is continuation of 28th chapter, which deals with stringed instruments, the tala, atodhya, use of melodies according to rasa, suitability of particular musical instrument and rasa, playing the tunes in the preliminary rituals. The 4 varnasik were dealt in 119 slokas. Chapter 30 deals with Shushiratodhya, the wind instruments played in combinations with veena, venu and vocal in 125 slokas. Chapter 31 is Tala Adhyaya, where time, various units of time, laya, qualities of singer and instrumentalist, rhythm, tempo, etc., along with delicate dance, is division and presentation or discussion in 378 slokas. Chapter 32 is dealt with Dhruva Vidhana, types of songs, 5 situations in which the song is used, content and meter of the song, etc. Chapter 33 deals with qualification of vocalist and instrumentalist in 23 sloks, and chapter 34 deals with Pushkara Vadyas, percussion instruments in 304 slokas, including some prose passages, major and minor instruments, various aspects of playing, the 3 types of percussion instruments, various taste of audiences, etc. were discussed. Chapter 35 deals with Bhumika Vikalpa, the distribution of roles to Shutradhara, actors and actresses in 41 sloks. Chapter 36 deals with Natyashastra, the curse on drama in 50 slokas, and sages initiated Bharata regarding the drama dropped down to the earth from the heaven. Bharata's explanation, importance of preliminaries, arrogant sons of Bharata being cursed by the sages, representation of celestials, compromise by Bharata were discussed. Chapter 37 or Guha Tatya Kathana, the mythic account, the drama descending on the earth, is dealt in 31 slokas. Thus, the 6,000 slokas in Bharata's Natyashastra have been distributed in 37 chapters. Chapter 6:10, Bharata states that the 11 aspects are very important to define the picture of drama insofar as the author and the actor are concerned. There are 8 types of rasas. The 9th Santarasa is added on, and 8 Sthai Bhavas, 33 Sanchari Bhavas, 8 Sattvika Bhavas. The total number of Bhavas, emotions, are 49. Abhinaya, histrionic expression, is of 4 types: Sattvika, Vachika, Angika and Bachika. Dharmi school of acting is of 2 types: Lokadharmi and Natyadharmi. Vritti is mode of expression, and then Pravritti. Pravritti is regional identity, are of 4 types, each Bharati, Satvati, Kaishiki and Aravati. Avanti, Dakshinatta, Udrimagati, Panchalamagadi respectively. Then Siddhi, the success, is of 2 types, Daivi and Manashi. And Swara is of 7 notes, Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. Atodhya or instrument is 4 types, Tala, Avanadhya, Ghana, Shushira. Gana, the song, is of 5 varieties, Praveshaka, Akshepa, Nishkrama, Prasadika and Antara. Ranga, the theatre, is 3 forms of Chaturasa, Brikrishta and Tyasra. The chief aim of the presentation is to arouse a particular sentiment in the minds of audience. Drishya Kavya, which is enacted on the stage and seen by audience, is more effective to give the desired aesthetic pleasure. The plot, the characterization and everything is subordinate in promoting rasa. As drama is a composite art, Bharata's treatment towards all related subjects such as architecture, preliminaries, postures, movements of limbs, songs, dance, speech, dress, musical instruments, etc. gave importance and greatness to Natyashastra. Now let us discuss about the Rasa theory of Bharata. Bharata's Natyashastra is the oldest treatise on Rasa theory. The idea of Rasa in drama or poetry is a unique creation of Indian dramaturgy and rhetoricians. The translation of this word Rasa is also very difficult, as it is an enjoyment or experience in the mind of the sympathetic audience or reader. The theorist called it Hriday Sangbedi. It is an individual experience brought through the expression of Vava. The Rasa is created or promoted in the mind of a spectator by the Vava being expressed. These two, the Rasa and Vava, are interdependent, as Rasa is not created without Vava and Vava has no existence if Rasa is not promoted. Vava can be considered as the physical body and Rasa being its soul. Vavas, the emotions, has no meaning in the absence of Rasa. Vavas, the emotions represented in the performance, gets translated into emotional state of experience in the minds of spectator, so-called Rasika, and makes the presentation thoroughly enjoyable. The 11 elements that are described as the essence of Natyashastra by Bharata, but Rasa and Vava are the main aesthetic performances in provoking a desired emotion that leads to open the heart and mind of spectator to understand the message and idea of the poet. Rasa and Vava occupy a significant treatment by Bharata. They are followed by other 9 Avinaya, Dharmi, Vritti, Pravritti, Siddhi, Swara, Atodhya, Gana and Ranga that embellish a dramatic presentation. Answering the inquiries made by the sages about Rasa and Vava, Bharata puts in his Natyashastras the combination of Bhivava, Anubhava and Vyavichari Bhavas secretes the Rasa. Rasa is produced in the minds of sympathetic audience or Hriday Sambedi as a result of configuration of the determinants, the consequents and the transitory modes. They are known as causes, effects and auxiliaries in the spoken language. The latent emotion that comes to be manifested by all the above things is called as rasa, like the food becomes relished with the mixture of different spices. Rasa accompanied by these bhavas become the source of ananda. Then, what are these bhivavas, anubhavas and vyavichari bhavas? Bharata explains in detail. Bhivavas, the determinants, are the causes, as many things are vivavyate or determined by these through words, gestures and representations of the temperament is named bhivava. They create an illusionary reality when the character is being presented in a particular environment. When a spectator or a reader watches or reads a drama or poem, the basic emotion that is already exists are excited by these bhivavas, the determinants or the causes, the leads of anubhava, the consequent or the effect, because they anuvyavate, made to feel things by means of words, gestures. It is called anubhava, and it is related to words as well as to gestures and movements of major and minor limbs. This will be a voluntary expression like smile, shedding tears, laughter and scary looks, angry looks, etc. Thus, bhivava and anubhava create a state or sattva The vibhavas are two types, alambana vibhavas and uddipana vibhavas. Hero and heroines are alambana and seasons, flowers, etc. are the uddipana. The emotions, the cause of excitation retained in the mind of sympathetic spectator or reader till the rasa is experienced. These inherent emotions are called sthayi bhava or static emotion, such as love, etc., is of 8 types. The physical involuntary expression follow the identification of the emotion of sympathetic mind are called sattvika bhavas, or responsive emotions like the glances, sweating, horripilation, etc. It can be said that sattvika bhavas are anubhavas, the consequence, but the sattvika bhavas are involuntary actions in an exalted state, and anubhava are voluntary expressions. Vibhavas, the determinants, can be called as sthayi bhavas, the static emotion, as their cause of excitation. It is a clear manifestation of the determinant or alambana vibhava. Manifestation of the determinant or alambana vibhava, uddipana vibhava on the mind of the sympathetic spectator considered as the ocean. It becomes root cause of the creation of rasa. Dormant emotion like love, etc. get excited when they come into contact with hero, heroine, similar to the seed sprouts when watered. These emotions, which are not transient and sustained, are 8 types. They are rati or love, hasa or mirth, shoka or grief, krodha or anger, utshaha or enthusiasm, vaya or fear, and jugupsha or disgust, and vishmaya or surprise. Anubhavas, the consequence, are the physical expression following the emotion caused by the determinant, may be called as sattvika bhavas. The responsive emotions like love or seed germination is experienced by the glances or by words and gestures in case of love, spouting in case of seed. The dormant emotions originated in the mind get accomplished by the responsive emotional expressions. The actor with concentrated mind can produce whatever the effect the situation demands. Anubhavas may be imitated simply by the practice of acting, but bodily actions, external movements, they are 8 in number. Shweda or perspiration, stambha or stupefaction, romancha or horripilation, shwarabhanga or change in tone, bipathu or trembling, vaivarnya or discoloration, asru or tears, and prolaya or shun. Bahichari bhavanas, the transitory emotions, are also called sanchari bhavas, only flash momentary and do not stay for a long time. The mind and body, when subjected to an emotional impact, the mind experiences a series of emotions. They traverse between the actor and spectator, make the static emotion or sthayi bhava more stronger, make the mind respond favorably to the experience of rasa. They are 33 in number. All these bhavas are subordinates to the principal rasa. The sentiment is caused by the vibhavas, expressed by the anubhavas, and nourished by the sanchari bhavas becomes rasa. In an ordinary world, due to omen, noon, etc., rati is produced. It is expressed with glances, etc., and enriched by Glani, Niveda, etc. When the Sthai Bhava, the permanent mode, is experienced due to Bhivava, Anubhava and Vabhichari, then it becomes Rasa. According to Bharata, the Rasa is only Laukik Rasa. He explains it on the analogy of Pakarasa. When we mix food made of rice, wheat, etc. with some vyanjanas, a peculiar taste like shadava is produced, which gives pleasure to the eater. Similarity, with the help of verbal, physical and mental gesticulation, rasa gives pleasure, joy to the Shahridaya or sympathetic spectator. Hence, they are called Natyarasa, which is very important in any kind of art presentation. Bharata has classified rasas into 8. One is Singara, second is Hasya, third is Karuna, fourth is Rodra, fifth is Veera, sixth is Vayankara, seventh is Bibhatsha, and the eighth is Adbhuta. The 8 static emotions that are responsible for these 8 rasas in order are love, mirth, grief, anger, enthusiasm, fear, disgust, and surprise. Bharata has indicated the corresponding colors and presiding deities for all the 8 rasas. Each rasa has again several subdivisions. Sringara rasa has 2 subdivisions. One is Sambhaga or union and Vipralambha or separation, in which Anga, the action, Nipathya, the costume, and Vak, the speech, vary correspondingly. Hasya rasa has 6 subdivisions: Smita, Hasita, Bihasita, Upahasita, Apahasita, Atihasita, etc. Karuna rasa has 3 subdivisions: Manashika, Bachika, Angika, etc. Rudra rasa is expressed through action, costume and speech. Veera rasa has 3 subdivisions like Dana Veera or heroism in charity, Dharma Veera or heroism in virtue, and Yuddha Veera or heroism in war. Vayankara rasa has 3 subdivisions like Vyaja, Aparadha and Vitrasita. Vibhasya rasa has 2 subdivisions: Shudvaja as exciting or Udvegaja, the inflicting. The exciting is created by seeing disgusting insects, etc. And the inflicting is created by looking at blood, intestines, etc. Adbhuta rasa has 2 subdivisions. One is Divyaja and the another one is Anandaja. Santa rasa is yet a 9th not mentioned by Bharata, but has been accepted as one of the rasas during later periods. Sama, or the placid static emotion, gives rise to Santa rasa. Bharata has stated that the main independent rasas are 4: the amorous, the valorous, the furious and the repugnant, and that the remaining 4 rasas redependent: the humorous on the amorous, the pathetic on the furious, the onerous on the valorous and the horrific on the repugnant. According to Abhinavagupta, Bhattolollat appears to be the first commentator on Bharata's Rasa Sutra, who opined that rasa is created in the character described in the play. Later, Sri Shankuka, another commentator, contradicted Bhattolollat's opinion and stated that rasa is experienced by the actor alone. Still later, Bhattanayaka, another reputed commentator, condemned these 2 arguments outrightly and gave the opinion the rasa is experienced by the audience only as a result of the histrionic expression of an actor who portray the emotions pertaining to the character described in the play. This argument is close to Bharata's explanation of Rasa Sutra, although Abhinavagupta has agreed with the commentary of Bhattanayaka. He was not convinced by the reasoning the Bhattanayaka, so he examined the views of all the three commentaries in his commentary Abhinava Bharati, and established with analytical reasoning that rasa is experienced only by the sympathetic audience. According to Abhinavagupta, in the minds of the spectators, a particular emotion or sthai bhava is already present in the form of sanskara or vasana. This inherent permanent mode, inferred from its laukika cause, like women, garden remains in the heart of the appreciating audience. This permanent mood depicted in a kavya or presented in a natya will have a special power and thereby lose their individuality, and some kind of universalization is affected. Such causes or karana were given special names like Vibhava, etc. The Vibhavas are generalized or impersonalized in the minds of the reader or the spectator through the suggestive power of clever representation. Then the sthai, which in the heart of the Shahridaya in the form of vasana gets aroused and rasa gets manifested by itself. In the world, the love or rati of Rama or hero for Sita, heroine, Sita becomes alambana, moon, etc. are uddipanas, asrupata, etc. are karyas, chinta, etc. are shahakarins. All these things with beautiful situations, with meaningful words, gestures, enter into the heart of the Shahridaya. They create a special power, bhava in him. By this power, the Vibhava, Shita, etc. live their individuality and appear to him in a generalized form. At this time, they are called as alaukikas. These vibhavas with the power of suggestion evokes the rati, etc. The sthai bhavas which are present in the heart of Shahridaya in a subtle form. Thus rasa is manifested by the removal of enveloping obstacles and reveals something which already exists. This manifestation becomes the source of transcendent charm and is spoken as rasa. This rasa ananda is said almost to be equivalent to the philosophic bliss or the brahmananda pleasure. In this module, we have discussed about the Natyashastra of Bharata, and we mentioned the previous theorist who came and discussed about the Natya or drama before Bharata, and how Bharata talked about the detail of a drama or theater or performance of all these things. We discussed in detail with specific Bharata's terms, and we have discussed about the rasa theory which is proposed by Bharata in the 6th chapter, where he started with rasa iti kah padartha, and after that we talked about his successors who carried forward the rasa theory, and we discussed a bit about Abhinava Bharati and his new understanding about Bharata's rasa theory and extension of Bharata's rasa theory. And later on we took an example of Rama and Sita to clarify the idea of rasa which was discussed before. Thank you.